juniper tree, behold, there an angel touched him and said unto him, Arise and eat. And he looked, and behold, there was a cake baked on the coals, and a cruse of water at his head. And he did eat and drink, and laid him down again. You can imagine, angel of God was bringing him food. He was a blessed man. When he was talking about death, angel came to feed him. He ate his food and lay down again. And the angel of God came again the second time and touched him and said, Arise and eat, because the journey is too great for you. Arise, because the journey that you are supposed to undergo is a very great journey. And he arose and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights. So he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. After eating that food, he fasted for 40 days. No water, no food. No, just like Moses, no water, no food. It's like Moses, no water, no food. And went 40 days unto the Horeb, the mount of God. So he went to Horeb to meet God. And he came thither unto a cave and lodged there. And behold, the word of the Lord came to him. And he said unto him, What doest thou here, Elijah? You see, imagine the same God that gave him food to eat. He's not asking, What are you doing here? When God asks you a question, he doesn't require an answer from you. He just wants to draw attention to something you didn't know. Not that he's looking for an answer. It was not the angel that told him to eat, that he was the journey ahead of him was very great. When God asks you a question, it's because he wants to draw attention to something, not necessarily because he wants you to furnish him with an answer. He knows the answer. He himself knew what to do. He knows the answer. And he came hither unto a cave and lodged here. And behold, the word of the Lord came unto him. What doest thou here, Elijah? And he said, I have been very jealous for the Lord God of hosts. For the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenants, thrown down thine altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And even I only am left, and they seek my life to take it away. He was explaining to God in depression, in despair, in misery, what he was going through. That they've killed all the prophets, that he was the only one left. You know, sometimes when you are in misery, you exaggerate a lot, because they were sons of prophets. But they were not showing, they were not supporting him. They were just in their enclave, not yielding to the growth of Israel, not yielding to any greatness in Israel, just in their enclave, that their secluded place. That was all. And he said, Go forth and stand upon the mount before the Lord. And behold, the Lord passed by, and a great and strong wind that rent the mountains and broke in pieces the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. The wind came, but the Lord wasn't there. There was a wind that came, but the Lord was not there. And after the wind, an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after, so it's not every wind that comes that God is in the wind. This wind was there, God was not in that wind. Earthquake came, God was not there. Even though we know that God can travel with the wings of the wind. He said he traveled with the wings of the wind. But this particular wind that came, God was not there. And after the earthquake, a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. God was also a consuming fire, but this particular fire, God was not there. And after the fire, a still small voice, he discerned that the voice. He discerned that voice was, Lord was in the voice. It was a still small voice, and Elijah discerned it. And it was so when Elijah heard it, that he wrapped his face in his mantle, and went out and stood in the entering in of the cave. And behold, there came a voice unto him and said, What doest thou here, Elijah? That thing he asked him before, asking him again. There came a voice. The Lord spoke to him with a voice. And he said, What doest thou here, Elijah? And he said, I have been very jealous for the Lord God of hosts, because the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenants, thrown down thine altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And I, even I only am left, and they seek my life to take it away. That which he said before. And the Lord said to him, Go, return on thy way to the wilderness of Damascus. Go, return on thy way to the wilderness of Damascus. And when thou comest, anoint Hazael to be king over Syria. and Jehu